Hello and welcome back to my channel, Peach Lane. If you're new here, my name is 𝐢𝐬𝐴 and I'll be your host of this video for the next 20 minutes, so stick around and let's get into it. Firstly, this video is going to be about spirituality, Reiki, manifestations, and everything in between. So, some of you may be brand new to this topic, and some of you may already know what I'm talking about. For the past, I'd say 6 months and a half, I've been wanting to talk about this side of me, but was too scared to actually integrate it into my YouTube channel. So now I'm finally integrating. So yeah, let's get started. Spirituality in and of itself is a tricky subject, and most people believe it isn't inherently tied to religion, but I'm here to debunk those myths. It is in fact not inherently tied to religion. What spirituality is the belief in which the user posits to refine and enhance their experiences. For example, you can be spiritual and religious, or you could be spiritual and not religious. Spirituality relies on the concept of a human being's belief and their experiences with it. For example, many people who are spiritual but not religious, who self-identify as such, myself included, believe in the concept of something inherently tied to Buddhism and something inherently tied to the belief of the all-encompassing and almighty universe. Now, I say almighty because almighty denotes the concept of omnipresence. However, the universe just is, and the universe shall be. It is a concept that will forever exist within our realities and the concept of our minds, and it will never not go away. Some people define the universe as the almighty source, or the ones you Christians may be familiar with, God. However, I don't consider the omnipresence to be a god, because if I did, that would denote that this omnipresent being has reign or power over us, which it does not. Therefore, I do not see them or it as a god, but rather as a loving being sent to guide us on our journey, and guide us humans on many of our journeys. So let's get into how I manifest secondly. So disclaimer, you do not need to use the 369 method or the scripting method or the visualization method or a meditation method to bring your desires in. Let me repeat that you do not need to use any of these. While they are helpful tools, they are not a requirement for how to manifest. I'd like to use a method I like to call the it'd be nice to have that method. So let's say you're desiring your dream life, for example, right? What spiritual gurus fail to tell you is you're not going to get your dream life within a day or within 24 hours. Obviously, it's going to gradually increase piece by piece. Your work ethic's not going to improve unless you put in the work to improve it. And if you still want to manifest something but you're not seeing results. So, let me give you an example, right? For example, I manifested my soulmate / current boyfriend you see today. Now, when manifesting him originally, I was like, oh my god, I need him as a soulmate. No, as a matter of fact, I had just gotten out of a relationship with my ex-partner a little more than a few months into 2025, so a little more than that. But I wasn't like, oh my god, I need to find a soulmate right now. No. As a matter of factly, I was just like, it'd be nice to have a soulmate, but like, it'd be more important if I found someone who really understood me. So, I was just going about my day, blah blah blah. And you know how they say love comes when you least expect it? Well, for me, love comes when love came when I most needed it. When I needed to feel understood. When I needed to feel like there was someone out there that really vibed with me. That really got the essence of the aura I was trying to exude. So, I get an intuitive ping that says, try this particular dating app called Never Met one more time. So I was scrolling through profiles, scrolling aimlessly, like, nah, they're not the one, they're not the one, they're not the one. I come across my current boyfriend's profile, like, huh, this energy seems familiar. Let me give it a try. I wasn't like, oh no, maybe he's the one, blah blah. I was like, let me give this a try. We matched. I gave him my criteria of everything I needed / wanted in a partner. And instead of being like, oh, that's too much, he was like, okay, I can work with this. He complied. He did the thing. He was consistent about it. So after we matched, we started messaging each other on Discord. He happily obliged. So we texted on Discord and phone number and instant message and blah blah. And he wasn't really sure what to think of me, and I wasn't really sure what to think of him at first, because we were both kind of nervy and everything. So I'm like, you know what, let's schedule a video call on Discord. So we scheduled a video call on Discord, and from that moment, everything about my boyfriend clicked. We had the same vibe. We had the same goals. It was easy to talk to him. It was easy to mesh with him. It was easy to talk about deep, dark, assertive, certain topics that I normally wouldn't talk about here. It was, it felt comfortable talking to him, as if I had known him for thousands of centuries. And so we started texting within like a few weeks of like, after like 2 weeks of January. So he's like, we start flirting back and forth, and he sends an I love you gift, like an anime gift of I love you. And I go, what are you saying? And he goes, what do you think I'm saying? So I'm like, this guy's pretty interesting. He either wants favors or he actually likes me. And he was like, will you be my girlfriend? And at first I was like, repeat that? Excuse me, what? He was like, I'm sure I didn't stutter now, did I? And I was very surprised by his boldness, because usually I'm the one who's bold. So I was like, whoa, hol- holy crap, a man who's bolder than I usually am. So it was like a few months, he kept being consistent, and my birthday was coming up. So I mentioned like, oh, I would really like a Dr. Plague plushie. And that came out in conversation because we were just idly chatting and stuff. So he was like, oh, alright, I remember that. I'm like, what are you planning? He's like, oh, nothing. Around the day of my birthday when I turned 25, this man had given me a Dr. Plague plushie. And keep in mind, I didn't ask for any specific one. I just said I wanted a Dr. Blake plushie, and he delivered. He delivered on his promise. So I was like, okay. So in return, I sent him Star Wars Legos things and like stuff to make his appearance look nice and a card. And he was overjoyed by the fact that I had sent him that. And ever since February, he has shown up consistently in ways that I could never even have imagined within my previous ex-romantic partners. He has been consistent. He has been diligent. He has been prepared. He has been emotionally available. He has been noticing my micro expressions, which are the little expressions that a person shows when they're slightly annoyed or mad about something. He can pick up on those tiny micro expressions that no one was ever able to pick up. I thought to myself, yep, there's no doubt about it. Consistent, reliable, shows up on time to a T. When he said it's 5 minutes, it's going to be exactly 5 minutes, no doubt. And since this day, we're coming up on 12 months this December 15th. He has been the most amazing partner I could have ever asked for. And babe, if you're watching this, hello? Give my viewers a hello. You are awesome and you are amazing and I love you so much. So, I would say if you want to manifest your soulmate, instead of being desperate for love, figure out what you would really want, what you would really need, what your soul would really need at the core of its being. For those of you who fell asleep during my 5-hour yap session, I met my boyfriend on Nevermind. I matched with him on Nevermind. We talked through Discord. He was consistent. I said yes to being his girlfriend. He proved to be even more consistent by showing up in the ways I needed. And that is how I manifested my current partner slash soulmate, everyone. Well, Reiki. What is Reiki? Reiki is defined as a Japanese healing technique that can relieve stress, whether physical or emotional stress. And I have some wonderful news to my viewers watching today. I am now officially a Reiki Master certified by Peggy Gaines, and I'm so grateful for her hospitality. So I became a Reiki Master a couple of days ago, and I could not be more excited. So, I wanted to pose a special offer to all of my followers and subscribers. The first 10 people who like this video will get a Reiki session absolutely free. That's right, absolutely free. But only the first 10 people. The first 10 people to like and comment on this video will get a Reiki session absolutely free. So I will see you in the next video, and remember, there are no rotten peaches in a peach basket, only perfect ones. You all are my perfect peaches. Bye.